going down my Air Max memory lane here with the BW. Wow, a long time ago, right? Like an easy decade plus. I think it holds time. You know, the release of this shoe, I had cops at Nort. This is way before the staple thing. Nobody talks about that, right? All eyes because he was in the Post. If he wasn't in the Post, it wouldn't be as, and I love Jeffrey, you know, I mean, hats off, right? Great product, great shoe. But this shoe had such pandemonium at the release of this one that there was cops that shut our shop down because it was, again, so early in the game that even the local community, later we had to go to the precincts and let them know. We had to become friends with the community service people and let them know we're doing a release. There may be a group of people, because when we first started doing it, people just line up and the neighborhood would be like, what the hell's going on here? Like nobody really understood what was going on, you know? And there was a lot of pandemonium. I gotta find those photos because that was another one where I was like, really? By the time this shoe dropped though, Nort had already opened. And I released this one in Nort. The other shoe I released at Recon because it was more of that period of time for me and that was the mindset of that shoe. This, I forget who, was it Halle Berry and Pharrell? They dropped these shoes in threes. It was like Futura, Halle Berry, or Sarah Jessica Parker. Yeah, and Espo did a group. I think Lenny's was teamed up. I forget who the other one was. Like Pharrell did a dunk. Halle Berry did like a rift. Thank you. So
it's a white blazer, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a lot of stuff going on at the time, you know, of when this shoe dropped. But it was really great to be invited to be part of that. And again, you know, they asked me what shoe I wanted to do, and I was like, a BW. And they were like, what? You know, just like when I, you know, got to do a Hyperstrike for my store, I asked to do a Telerio. They were like, what? You know, I was digging. I wanted to do a Darwin. They wouldn't let me. You guys remember the Darwin? I begged to do a Darwin. They said they killed the mold. I was like, what are you talking about? I begged. I still, to this day, if I could just get a shoe and go in and say, hey, what shoe would you want to do? And you know, I know that. I know that. That's the thunder in my heart. But yeah, you know what I mean? So that would be something I'd be loving to work on. But so this shoe sort of was of that period that I thought was like such a amazing changeover in what footwear was to what the future of footwear is really, you know, and to this day it's one of my personally favorite shoes. I'm even wearing the updated, you know, 2016, you know, of this shoe. So I'm with you. I love this shoe. So, you know, originally getting to be invited to work on something, you know, I quickly started learning, you know, about the sneaker world and the culture and what I like. And, you know, anybody that gets to do a shoe, you want to put what you want on it, not just design, but I want it to last and I want it to be waterproof and I want it to be, you know, all these things. And I had asked them if I could work with Gore-Tex, and Gore-Tex is a company that you would need a license, and it was a bit more of a outside of the scope of our project thing, and they wouldn't sort of go for that. But within the Nike library and their own vast fabric catalog of what they work with, I said, can I use ACG fabric, which was the blue I'd always work with in my art anyway. And I thought, if I can do something that's water resistant, and they wouldn't let me make it fully waterproof, taped it and booty, you know, they weren't there yet. But I had worked with Burton and all these snowboard companies and had all these ideas of merging, you know, all the technologies. But long story short, they allowed me to use the ClimaFit, and I built the blue pack around the idea of it being a waterproofed casual sort of shoe that wasn't in the ACG category, that looked like mountaineering and looked like anything that was waterproof. They really made look like, hey, this is, you could go through puddles, or, you know, I didn't want that. I wanted our community, our voice, our style, but I wanted that technology so we could sort of have that ability not to, you know, ruin everything every time we, you know, just happen to catch rain or something.